Well, John,
Hi, John.
how are you?
Good,
How's your
John.
week?
I was quiet enough, John, to be honest.
That's good, yeah. Everyone's on holidays and things,
Yeah.
so there's no harm having it quiet and you're
Little bit, anyway.
busy season to start
That's it.
back again. Today, John, you're very interested in men's health.
Yeah, we were kind of coming up with something, and I suppose we thought since we're officially men, we might talk.
Because something
We call other things. I don't know. I suppose it does. We have talked about this many times in here that our men's attitudes toward monitoring their health, both physical and mental, wouldn't be as good as females because I think the thing is, I don't know, we have this built into our DNA that we're strong. And all this.
Nothing gets us.
Yeah, and it does. So, but I suppose more on the physical side, we thought we just talk about it. I'm pretty good at going to the doctor now, but
I am as
that's
well,
because I have an 8-year-old child and I want to make sure.
Yeah, you're around.
Yeah,
when he
exactly.
grows up,
and you're good, John, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I thought, but there are a lot of guys, and we know some that wouldn't go near a doctor. It's just never done.
Yeah.
And if you go in every year, anything that's found can be treated. Most likely.
Yeah. Once you get it looked at in time.
Yeah,
if it's going to drag on for months and months and months, it's going to get worse and worse.
Exactly.
And worse.
So
it's
just, I suppose, talking about the kind of various things, because I suppose we kind of missed Men's Health Week was on Monday the 10th of June and ended on Father's Day, the 16th of June. But I suppose you can talk about this anytime. But that was just a week to highlight the issues. So
it's good to be highlighted as well, John, because
I think so.
And it's not. We can't even say it's an Irish thing. It's just worldwide.
It's the main thing.
It's the main thing.
Yeah.
I think it's the way
we're getting better.
We are getting
but
better.
There's a couple of stats later on that will show that we're not great.
It's alarming as well. Yeah, compared to the ladies, they take care of themselves more.
And they talk and share problems, and
they do. They share problems faster.
They're not as worried about their
not showing
we have
a weakness or
yeah. So that's and more power for that.
Well, no fair play to them, John. And
it's genetically we're different and we have different things we need to, there's men's issues that women have plenty of issues that we won't have, but I suppose we still should be getting.
And plus, John, a lot of people don't think of it as well that people in their families, mother, father, things passed on. Sometimes they won't come at you. Sometimes they will. Just luck of the draw, but you always have to have things checked out. If there's a pain there, there's a pain there for a reason.
Yeah.
It's not. It hasn't just come and it's not going to go away on its own. So if there's something there or you're passing blood or something,
it's time to get it checked out.
Get it checked out.
So I suppose there was there's a few different checklists, but I suppose the overall one is your physical exam. To go see the doctor. He gives you your old NCT.
And the funny thing about it, John, that's recommended from 20 to 60 plus.
Yeah.
So that's covering everyone, really, age group in men. It's covered everyone. There's a tick there that we all should be doing this, whether you're young, old, or indifferent. Men should be actually thinking, looking after themselves a bit more.
Yeah.
I think as you get older, you tend to look after yourself a bit more because when you're younger,
you're feeling
going to be here forever.
Immortal. And I suppose you're aware of your own mortality. As you get older,
that's the truth.
Time is precious and all that. So you get that. So I suppose your blood pressure is one, isn't it? Really, that's a big one, especially for men, because traditionally men have more heart attacks, more heart issues, and the whole thing is doing more physical labour, pressure of life. Whereas women share their feelings and relieve stress by sharing is caring and all that. Men don't. So blood pressure is very important to get checked, and a simple tablet a day can
help with that.
Can help with that.
Same goes with cholesterol as well, John, because it's like you can manage. I know I'm putting it in the wrong way. Imagine having a storage pipe.
Yeah.
And it gets blocked up.
Yeah.
With gunk.
Yeah.
And
that's what it is. Yeah.
Cholesterol's the same in your body.
Well,
it's the same.
Actually, the biggest cause of cholesterol isn't just foods; it's smoking.
Yeah. Drinking alcohol as well. Sure. Yeah.
It just clogs up the arteries and stuff.
Yeah. Smoking mainly more.
I think cholesterol. I think people have high cholesterol that smoke. I think if they give up smoking, that nearly sorts it out.
Yeah.
Unless there's massive dietary issues.
Yeah.
But there is cholesterol that gets to a point as well. There's people that don't live that way and they still have to take a tablet.
Yeah.
But often these things can be like the blood pressure is sorted with a tablet.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
It doesn't affect your life in any way, and it just
not at all.
It can what's EKGs, John?
Isn't that the that's the the heart?
Oh, they put them onto
the little suction pads. Yeah. That's if they find a blip or something, they usually check it out and that. Yeah. They can see potential strokes and stuff. you know, down the line, or anything like that. Older people might get.
That's good, you know.
Yeah, so diabetes screenings.
Which I had myself. I got a surprise that I actually had it.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I had it. And I would recommend that, highly recommend, because I have it myself.
Yeah.
Just to have it.
You've reversed that now, haven't you?
I've reversed it, John, just by diet,
exercise,
a bit of exercise and stuff, and just be careful what you eat.
I often see you out walking the dog and stuff, John.
Yeah,
it's
just
a great excuse to get out.
John.
I have a job where I'm often against sitting at a computer.
Yeah.
You know, and I have a watch, one of the smart watches.
Yeah.
It basically does a little man that tells you to stand up. He's and it beeps.
Get the blood circulating.
So get up off the chair, you know. And I drive a lot as well, so they're very sedentary kind of.
But you also go, in fairness, you go to the gym.
I do.
Which is counteracting that bit of sitting down. You're worried about sitting down all day.
And when I'm at home, I'm always on the go. You still need to.
You still need a bit of movement.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't. The doctor was talking to me. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Of just a fairly as fast as you can go.
Yeah.
Not, you don't have to kill yourself doing it.
Yeah.
20 minutes and that's it. You know. Yeah. And you can get diabetes down. You know, there's a lot of people actually injecting themselves. Thank God I didn't. I'm on the tablets. Probably for the rest of my life, even though I have back to back, I'll always be on the tablets. You know. But touch wood.
Yeah, so look, I mean, with the gym and stuff, I suppose I particularly focus different days. So I have a bad back. I used to get muscle spasms, so I do it in core exercise, all the midriff stuff. Yeah, just basically to protect my back. Yeah. But the other days, then it's mostly cardio stuff. Yeah. So I'm trying to get the heart going, and
which is good.
That keeps your cholesterol down. That stops you from having potential. Heart attacks and that. So
that's good, John.
I suppose the other thing is, look, it's an obvious thing. It's not in the checklist. Is you shouldn't smoke. Right, not lecturing anyone. Yeah. But smoking in any shape or form is terrible for you. Yeah. So lung screenings are on the checklist, especially for smokers. Yeah. It's not always. I was reading something before. It's that the 3 causes of people that smoke too much, how they die, is actually, it's not actually lung cancer is number 1. The number 1 is heart disease. Heart disease. Yeah, it's the worst thing you can do for your heart. Number 2 is strokes. And number 3 is lung cancer, because I believe it's the carcinogens and stuff within cigarettes, the poisons, the toxins that lodge themselves in the body, and then they can suddenly become cancerous. Yeah. So somebody that could have smoked for 10 years and give it up could suddenly find themselves, you know. But it's the heart disease, it's the clogging of the arteries and all that kind of stuff. That's the main. Yeah, that's why amputations and all. It's look, you don't want to be lecturing people. It's a free state, free world, and all that. But look, at the end of the day, you're only supposed to breathe oxygen, air. Yeah. Yeah. And this vaping is they're going to find that's bad. But smoking is certainly one of the worst things a person can do to their body. That's legal. Besides smoking as well, John, we've enough going into our body as well with even cars pollution, smoke pollution, things like that outside of putting things directly into your body as well. So it only heightens it even more if you're smoking or vaping or whatever, because no one knows what the vaping is going to come up like. At the moment, it's every second person's vaping at the moment. Yeah, and it used to be kind of an aid to get off cigarettes, and now it seems they're going straight onto it, and male and female. Yeah. And you'd see them walking on these little pipe things. Because it's more acceptable, John. Yeah. No, well, they don't stink, to be fair. They're not fresh smells out of them. They have lemonade smells out of them. They have this smell out of them. That's it. But they could be still doing the same damage to your lungs, Absolutely. So lung screenings, John. The prostate exam, John. Yeah, that's the male one only. I suppose now with the blood test, now it actually checks the levels in your blood. They'll see it, and then before you don't actually have to get the physical. So it does, like prostate. It's very common in men. It's just a male trait, isn't it? Yeah. And I believe genetically it's higher in, the way, or different kind of, I suppose, minority groups. Like, I believe people of black origin have a higher rate of prostate problems than Caucasians. So it's just different genetic traits amongst different. Different parts of the world. Genetics. So, but the prostate is the, But anyone, the common one. It's more. And the good thing these days, the doctor said to me, people die with prostate cancer these days than from it. In other words, it's very, very treatable. It is treatable, and something else. They live away. It's something that has to be monitored. Yeah.
as soon as you hit your 50s, that's one thing you should.
Yeah.
You should be start looking after.
It's just it's a male thing.
It's
the male cancer. Colorectal cancer screenings, and that's the one where they get the colonoscopy.
That's right.
I look the fibre. Let's be honest. You always hear people going, "Oh, so you can eat too much fibre." You actually can't. Not really, because the amount of fibre that's in everything that we eat is minuscule. So for us to even go above the recommended, you'd want to be eating non-stop
all day.
I don't think you can. I mean, if you're going to have like 5 fry-ups a week, that's not good. Obviously. There's no fibre in that.
Yeah.
Have your bran flakes. Have your your fruit, which the skin has a lot of fibre in. I know your love of kiwis.
Oh, is it the kiwi fruit?
That's the one with all the vitamins in it.
Can't see the sense in it, John. Yeah, unfortunately, it had to be the healthiest one that I don't.
Yeah. But fibre is there's a thing now. You can get chia seeds. You can get them in the health shops, and if you add water to them and a drop of cordial, it looks like you're eating frog spawn, to be honest. But they soak it up. But it's not horrible.
Yeah.
But the amount of omega-3 fatty oils and fibre in there.
Things that you need.
Yeah, things that you need. Yeah. And if you know yourself, if you're regular every day, and you're not struggling to pass, things are going well. And do look down. You have to look down. It's gross, but if there's blood there, get it checked out. Get it checked out. No, it could be
your piles, could be personal piles. Could be something simple as that.
Easily be piles.
But it's no harm.
More likely it is.
It's no harm getting looked at. Bone density tests, John.
Yeah,
there is a lot of osteoporosis going at the moment because with the older people, we're in a damp country, and plus my mother-in-law had it, and unfortunately she was called one of the war babies.
Yeah,
where you were having the powdered milk, you weren't having the real milk as such, But a lot of that. Be surprised, and you think the women need that more because they're having kids and stuff, and anyone says it takes all your goodness up, but it's affecting men as well.
Yeah,
the bone density. If you're not taking your calcium, your input, you could get bone density tests as well. You could get men have it as well. It's not just a women's thing.
Absolutely. And you see people crippled with it. My own mother's crippled with arthritis.
Yeah.
And they grew up in the times where milk was probably scarce and all this
scarce.
But even at that, you could be predestined to get it as well.
Yeah, it could be something hereditary, and it's just.
So I mean, look again. A lot of these things as well. Try and supplement things if you're not getting enough through your. A lot of people they don't eat this and that, but you take your vitamins.
Yeah.
Good thing for that would be omega oils.
That's right.
Now the fish oils are always good for that. And
you don't taste it.
No,
it's just in a capsule.
I take 3 in the morning. I take my omega oil. I take my magnesium, and I take my vitamin D. Because in Ireland, you get that from the sun, and we don't have it.
We don't get the sun.
Beautiful wild, it's grey now. Typical. So things like that. So I would supplement your diet just to make sure. Keep yourself. It's like a car, isn't it? The more you look into it and look after it, the more you
have to service your car, so you have to service your body as well.
Exactly.
So.
And we're trying to, I suppose, say that men have to, look at things.
Well, especially men, because we do think that we're kind of going to be here forever, and
absolutely.
As I said, it seems to be. You're worried that you're showing a weakness and stuff and things like that, but we're not. It's just looking after yourself and being around a bit longer than, But there was another one there, John, as well. They're getting a lot of people to do the skin tests because of, with even though we don't get much sun, the solar rays are still...
not using sun cream and stuff. Yeah.
As Paula, whatever medication Paula's on now, she has to spray her face with this UV repellent thing every time she goes out.
Yeah.
Even on a day like today, you'd be surprised. It's grey outside there and the whole lot, but there's still, so that's one thing that we don't think about, because we all have gone around with our suntans and looking great, and we're aging our skin by countless years as such, and at times you hope then that you don't get worse, you don't get skin cancer or things like that, even though we're in a cold country as such, but.
Well, you never know, and especially those of us that don't have too much hair on top, like.
It's true,
you're okay, John.
No, John, it's getting thin, John.
No. Thin as mine. I
have
like a veil. It's like a veil now. It's like an illusion. David Copperfield's illusion of hair. But yeah, no, it's just, I suppose, just following and keeping a kind of abreast of what the World Health Organization says, and knowing what are things that they've spotted, because we're finding out things the whole time.
Yeah,
And there's other stuff on there, obviously sexually transmitted diseases. If you're sexually active and not married or whatever, and you're with different partners, it's important to keep an eye on that. And I suppose there's like, I think there's advice clinics. Say if a man is homosexual, the GOSH are a great organisation. They're above there in Davis Street, but they do HIV screening and all that kind of stuff, which is important if you are sexually active. And just to keep kind of, just have to, if you want to be around a long time, you need to kind of keep
it's common sense.
It's common sense. So
even with testicular cancer as well, that can be I know, like, none of us go around holding ourselves with the privates and things like that, but you can check that as well.
Yeah,
you can check for lumps on your testicles and things like that. I know, like, it's people get a bit embarrassed when you talk about anything that's below the waist, but it's a necessity as well. Young and old can be affected by
absolutely
cancer, and unfortunately it's not.
You do hear of it, and it's fine once it's kind of once it's monitored, and it's fine once it's again caught early, and it's one of those ones. But you do hear of people that don't get it checked, and then it goes into the lymph nodes or wherever.
And goes through the body. And unfortunately then that's.
So that was, I suppose, the checklist, the things that general things that I suppose as two average blokes, we'd be kind of good at that now. Because
we weren't when we were.
No, I wasn't. I never went to the doctor. Battle on and all that. But. And we know lads that we work with people that probably don't ever. Most of them here are quite good.
I think it's our age group as well, John. I think because we're all getting slightly longer in the tooth. I think we're getting more aware of it, which is a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, having an 8-year-old for me just impresses on me that I need to be around. And any motivation is good motivation. So I suppose a couple of things that came up were some stats that we seen, and this is done through the UK Men's Health Forum, that men are less likely than women to use a GP or visit a pharmacy. In persons aged 20 to 40, women attended a general practice twice as often as men. So a 30-year-old woman is going to their doctor or their chemist twice as much as men. Now, if you're ever in a chemist and you have to pick up stuff, if there's a queue in there, it's mostly women in the queue.
It is mostly women.
Fellas are like, we get on with it.
But in fairness, even in my state at home, John, Paula goes in and collects my tablets.
Yeah.
In fairness.
Yeah. But it's okay if she's out and about, but it's just
it's
the general way of it.
The general way of doing it. Like, I'd probably bit much expecting her to go in and do it as such. I should get off my backside every now and again and go in and do it myself. But no, it's mainly she collects the tablets, and it's amazing, that we even going to a doctor. A lot of men have this white coat. White coat syndrome, as they call it. You get nervous going into a doctor and things like that. But even the pharmacies say for a lot of men, what are you going to a pharmacy for? We're sure we don't need that,
Yeah.
Look,
it's just we just try. Hopefully that somebody listen to this and see that maybe they'll look at it a bit differently. And there's a bit of a fear as well, and we don't want.
There is a lot of fear.
We don't want to admit our fears.
No.
So the other thing is, I suppose, the Danish research that they suggested there was a link between men's lower use of primary care and their higher rate of hospital services. So the primary care, I suppose, their lower use of the GP initial, leaving it go, and suddenly they have to access services that they mightn't have got to that stage. So there there is evidence that men do not delay seeking help longer than women for some health problems. So back pain and headaches is one, but they do for others: malignant melanoma, lung cancer, bladder, and other urological cancers. That to me would suggest more than just it's in our DNA to be strong. Maybe there's a fear. I know that we always thought that women can be emotionally stronger than men. And there is, but like you'd like to break that curve because we putting off things that are like the back pain. Okay, I have instant pain, I want to get rid of it now because I know it's not that insidious. It's just it is what it is. But oh my God, there's blood in my poop. I really put it in the back of the mind. But that could be really bad.
Put your head in the same kind of thing.
So maybe we're just not. Maybe
the way we're geared.
We're frightened and we can't admit it, so we just put it at the back of the mind. And that's not good.
That's not good either.
That's us being this old manly old. You
we
know?
put our head in the sand and hopefully it'll go away, and it won't.
Whereas women would face it, okay, give me the facts.
Yeah.
And everyone's different as well. There'll be women and men different that wouldn't match this.
Yeah.
So I suppose there was another one there, National Pharmacy Association in the UK. Men on average visit a pharmacy 4 times a year, while averaging for women is 18 times a year. That's 4.5 times. A third of their men, you're one, get their partner to collect their prescription medicines.
Yeah.
But we'll put that down. It might be handier if you're in here.
But
you're not giving yourself that get out clause, are you? You're saying no, you are one of that group.
I probably one of that group because I could collect them in the morning as a
But you still would, if your wife didn't do it, you would collect it yourself.
I'd have to, John.
Yeah. So that's you have no fear of going doing it. I suppose you're getting at people that would just avoid it.
Yeah.
No, but and you do take your.
I take my. I have the same time every day. I take my meds and all that now because you need to take them. You know.
I would think you're quite progressive with your attitude towards your health.
I wasn't a couple of years back, John. No, I'd never take tablets or anything. But life changes, John. As you get older, John, you have to.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to put your pride in your back pocket and do it. You know.
So attitudes to health. Men and women, we display different attitudes toward health and illness. Health is often socially constructed as a feminine concern, and men therefore have to behave as if they are unconcerned about their health if they wish to publicly sustain a real male identity.
That's the big thing, John.
Yeah, I get that. That's a fancy way of saying, the manly.
Yeah. That's a big thing.
So many men appear to legitimise health service usage only when a perceived threshold of ill health has been exceeded. So we don't get sorted till it's.
Up
you
to
know,
that.
did you ever see the sketch in Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and he gets the arm chopped off, and he goes, "Asher, 'tis only a scratch." That's the way it is with us. So risk-taking behaviour is associated with masculinity, and that's quite true.
That's it.
Bravado.
Yeah.
Bravado. Look at me.
Yeah.
Peacock presenting.
I don't know. I think from our young age, we're geared not to show a weakness.
Yeah.
You know.
So I suppose therefore a King's Fund study in the UK looked at 4 behaviours: so smoking, drinking, diet, and exercise. They'll be all the things that really, if you look at them, they will look after themselves. So found that men were more likely to participate in a combination of 3 or 4 risky behaviours. So say even if you didn't smoke, but you did, you were too many pints, diet and exercise. I mean, people think, I suppose, with the drinking, right? And I don't drink myself, but they think, oh sure, but it's only like 8 pints once a week. But within a 3-hour stretch, that's putting an awful lot of pressure on your heart and stuff like that. Yeah. That's a binge drinking session.
Binge drinking,
and diet. I mean, I have 2 takeaways. Like
diet's a big thing, John.
Diet's full of salt. You've no control.
Big thing. Yeah. Diet is a big thing.
And exercise or lack of, really. It's just, as I said, look, if I didn't go to the gym, I sit at a desk most of the day. I know I get up and down and do bits and bobs, but it's not a physical job I have.
No, John, but don't get me wrong. We all love going home at the end of the night, and as soon as you sit down, that's it. You're finished.
Oh, yeah.
You have to kind of go, even though you don't want to go.
Yeah.
You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not on for walking around in the streets there. Some night, even as I go home. That's why I prefer to do things in the morning. I'm lucky that my job is cares that I can do it in the morning, because if I go home in the evening, I'm finished.
Exactly. You know? So, well, look, that's at the end of the day. Everyone's entitled to their. I have this thing at home where nearly every night a packet of Starburst or a packet of Skittles.
Yeah.
Convince myself, but it's probably too much sugar.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But,
you're the same, sure. Even if you have too many potatoes, if you have peanuts, some of the peanuts are good for you. More the normal ones that we all like, the
dry roasted, covered in
salt.
They say peanuts are good for you. They have a high good fat content and all that, but that's a handful. But I'll eat the bag.
Yeah,
but in my head I've had peanuts. I'm fine. Yeah. Chocolate peanuts even. Yeah. Sure, I'm fine. There's a peanut in there somewhere. Not the bag.
That's healthy part of it, but it's not the best.
But look, you have to live as well. At the end of the day.
It is. We can't be all doom and gloom as well. No. Over it, but you have to live. But it's just really common sense and just looking after your health.
I think, what we're trying to talk about today is just getting people to kind of look at things differently.
If you're worried about something, anyone and the listeners there today, we would recommend
just
go to the doctor, and it could more likely nothing.
Get your bloods done once a year. Once it's done, put it in the back of your mind for another year. Get on with your life.
Or you can book and get an MOT done.
Yeah.
go get an MOT them once a year.
Cut back and take it a little bit because it's not good for you anyway. I know when I eat Chinese food, and they're not just isolating that type of food because that's not real Chinese food we eat in this country.
No, they don't.
But it's what they give us that we.
Yeah,
but we all know they don't.
Western
There's no such thing as curry in China.
No.
So when you eat that, the next day you feel sluggish, you feel this and that. That's not good for you. There's no nutrition there.
No, you're not getting anything out of it. You're full. No.
You're better off with the Irish roast dinner even. Whereas at least you have your two veg and your all these good root vegetables, which are superfoods to be honest.
Yeah, which is good. Yeah. Broccoli and all that kind of stuff. Cabbage.
Yeah.
Brilliant for you.
Yeah.
Carrots, and that kind of stuff like. Not too fond of the parsnips myself, but
no, I'll eat them though. But I can't say I'd look forward to a piece of broccoli or anything. But
no, I will
eat it.
What are you going to eat? It's good. It's part of your dinner. You'll eat it.
You'll eat it. Yeah, mash it up or whatever you want. We love our potatoes. Too much carbs and all this.
I said, like as a race, we're.
There was a nutritionist said actually, the way you're having a sweet as well after it, like a pudding, the English would call it, but. They said the best way is to eat the sugary one first and then the others, but no one eats that way.
No.
Anyway.
Could you have your pudding, John, before your dinner?
No, you don't want your dinner then. No. Your pudding.
John, we're half an hour after flying, John.
Thanks, John.
26 now. Thanks very much, John, for doing all that research.
We could relate to it, John.
And we can relate to it as...
Technically, we are men.
Well... Our boys might have something else to say there, John, but hopefully it just helps someone out there today. If there's anyone listening. 9 times out of 10, there's nothing wrong. There's no harm getting yourself looked after.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and just be here a bit longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
We
all want to be around.
We're all mortal at the end of the day.
Grandkids, all that kind of stuff.
There's a long life to be lived.
I want to get to the stage where I'm sitting in a chair shouting at the kids for kicking the ball. And waving a stick at them. I want to. That's what I'm aiming at.
My crowd are trying to put me into a home already. I'm only 61.
Getting the wheelbarrow.
Yeah. We're visiting once every 6 months. We'd like to thank St Mary's Adult Education Centre and also Limerick City Community Radio for leaving John and myself waffle on the show. And we hope you enjoyed the show today, and we hope it helps someone out there. And look after yourselves and have a great rest of your weekend. All the best, John.
Thank you, John.
And we'll talk to you again in 2 weeks. Thanks very much. All the best.
Bye-bye.
And goodbye.